go underground, not romantically because you're going to identify with some revolution, Cuba, China, or some other place. You go underground out of pure necessity. That's the only reason the cats ever went underground in the first place, because it was necessary for them to go underground. This is to give you an insight and an understanding how the Black Panther Party functions. Sure, we'll be forced underground. We don't go underground under some romantic bull crap. We're getting tired of romanticizing revolutionists. Black people are tired of them. It's very necessary for them to come forth with a program. And we are not here to try to destroy other organizations. We try not to destroy any other organization. All we try to do is relate and assist it, and assist black people as a whole, to build a vanguard party across this nation, because we're coming across. The West Coast is getting real, real uptight. Pigs don't know where to go. Sure, they got 6,000 pigs in L.A. We done told them we don't give a fuck. Burn, baby, burn. Get all that motherfucking pluck. Get them guns too, we don't give a fuck. Now, we have told them that, deal with them that way, and we're not jiving with them at all. There's no jive out there, brothers. Politically, it's necessary to understand that the gun is very, very political. The next punk, Patty, lynching Baines Johnson on down, that accuses me of advocating violence, you goddamn right. I'm advocating all the violence I can on the part of black people. I'm advocating violence and force organized, though. In fact, we advocate no more spontaneous riots in the black community, because all the pig do is surround the brothers in large groups, arrest 3,000, and kill 40 or 50 or 100. We say, brothers, runs in 2s and 3s and 4s and small groups. Get your pieces, get organized and educated politically, and every time that pig and that racist get wrong, you will be able to effectively defend yourself against any racist attacks that come from the power structure or any other racist that comes out of the white community. That is very necessary for black people to do. To use a different tactic. Use a different tactic, because Huey P. Newton educates black people on the correct tactic. He will tell you in a minute a spontaneous riot is an incorrect tactic, because there's too many black people killed, it's unorganized, and there's no political leadership in the front to begin to lead people properly. All them brothers, 20 million black people, a third of them black brothers from the ages of 16 to 30. That's a hell of a lot of million black brothers with guns and force and organized in the black community. They know the terrain, they know the back alleys, and they know everything back in that scene. And a pig comes down in a community riding 4 deep or 2 deep. All the brother got to do is watch him 2 or 3 days, riding that same beat. Brother gonna figure out something. Gonna get him a bomb, shotgun, catch the pig on a coffee break. No more coffee break for the pig, patrolling our community, occupying our community like a foreign troop. This is very necessary to understand. Brothers say, what about the offense? What about the offense? What about when them pigs bring them tanks down in the community? You brothers better get together and learn how to take one of them tanks and stop them from blowing black people away. That's the point. These are the things that you organize brothers around the correct tactic to deal with the man. To give you a better example, remember the Revolutionary War? In America here, and these same bastards exploiting and putting racism on our head now. Do you remember them dudes? Remember when the red coats, you've seen these movies, and the soldiers are all lined up in 2 rows, and the front row needles down, and the other row shoots over his head, and some dude raises a sword up and say, ready, aim, fire, and they all fire, and they all the little ball back and pounce the powder back and down and come back and say, ready, aim, fire, bound, you know, and then they march, and they be falling down, you know, you see them falling down. Meanwhile, these little revolutionaries behind the trees using a different tactic. Behind the rocks, you dig, using a different tactic. Well, we saying the pigs are riding 4 deep in cars, so we're gonna use a tactic that they can't use. Always. What do you think the Vietnamese are doing? Brothers walk up to us and say, man, you just showing the men all the guns you got. What are you talking about, man? The guns is in the pigs' hands. Vietnamese, 60 to 70% of their guns come from the pig who occupies their land and their community. That's where the guns come from. One gun could get 10 guns. Did you know that? What do you think the Vietnamese do? Little Vietnamese planting him some rice in his little patty there. About 8 or 10 GIs come walking through there pointing their AR-15s at him. They ask him, is he a Viet Cong? He said, no more about Viet Cong. But he goes off this kick, you know what I mean? He's dumb now, you know what I mean? This little troop goes outside the village. This little troop hooks up with another platoon or something. Next thing you know, you're reading the paper. 198 GIs wiped out by Viet Cong. Boom. What's happening over there? People are fighting the aggressor to determine their own destiny in their own land. Black people, parallel it quickly in your black communities in Mississippi, in the counties where black people are large populations, in the Harlems, in the West Oaklands, in the Hunters Points, in the Watts, in all the black communities across the area. We must control those black communities because this is initiating the real power that we must have, the real power base that we must have. Huey P. Newton says that if the racist PA cop does not stop its wanton murder and brutality of black people, they must suffer the wrath of the armed black people. Or what about it? You agree with that or you disagree? Unity. Unity, black people. Unity. Unity, black people. We must unite our parents. Very 1,000 times we must unite our parents. We must unite our parents. Unite around what? Man, if you eat this pig, baby, I can't unite with you. Say, man, if you don't dig this culture, this robe I got on, man, I can't unite with you, man. You know, you ain't uptight with it, man. You know what I mean? Say, baby, if you don't get you a natural, man, I can't unite with you. Ain't that a gas? Let's get on down to nitty-gritty, because let me tell you something. Whether you got a process on your head, or whether it's a brother in Africa that likes to eat fried me, I don't like fried rattlesnake. You dig? But if that brother digs it, cool, that's what he wants. You dig? Wait, hold it. That's what that brother wants. I respect that brother because that brother's part of me in blood, you dig? He might have a different culture, but don't try to get me to study that culture for 15 damn years. Meanwhile, the pig, the racist power structure with its guns and force, is kicking the dude's ass who eats fried rattlesnake. It's kicking the dude's ass who has a process on the head. It's kicking the dude's ass who got a natural. It's kicking the dude's ass who don't eat meat pork. So what do we unite around? We learn our culture. It's very, very necessary. Because in point number 5, education, the Black Panther Party program, it points us out. It's very, very necessary to deal with our culture, to understand our culture, to understand our blackness, and to understand the beauty of our blackness, etc. To get a base, a foundation, to learn the history so we can have a lamp by which we guide our feet. We can only guide our feet by the lamps of the past. Now, the overall program says we want land, we want bread, we want housing, we want clothing, we want education, we want justice, and we want peace. This is what black people want. Now you tell me a black man don't want a gig, $4.50 an hour. You tell me a black man don't want a nice boss pad. The man promises 40 acres and 2 mules during the period of Reconstruction. Now I'm saying this here, that maybe we can't get the land, and maybe the man got the land all locked up, and maybe it's a whole lot of people here now, but ain't one brother out there gonna disagree with a $40,000 pad and 2 hogs. That's one aspect. You try to convince a brother out there to drive a Volkswagen, you got it wrong. You gotta first get a revolutionary program going, get a new system designed, and in the future you might convince him the necessity of driving a Volkswagen because it might be more economical. But that brother is caught up in something, so you begin to deal with what he's caught up in. If he's caught up in robbing banks, have him rob the banks, because doing the man is where it's at. If the brother starts out, the sister starts out, them mothers out there who's scrubbing them kitchens and scrubbing them floors out there for Miss Ann, trying to raise their kids, wishing like hell that they could get a decent education for their kid, and we know they ain't gonna get no decent education because we know how the man got the schools all jammed up. Check. That sister's struggling. You go out there and tell the sister, I can't unite with you, you ain't uptight yet. That brother out there who's running out there running in a silk suit, trying to get him a Cadillac, you tell him, I can't unite with you because you ain't uptight yet. That brother out there who got a process on his head, it ain't too many more brothers got no process on their head, which is beautiful. But I'm saying this is very important. I can't unite you with you, you uptight. Meanwhile, that dude who got the process on his head was burning the damn buildings down, and we was sitting over here talking about naturals and a bunch of esoteric bullshit. Maybe the bootlicker, maybe the Uncle Tom got his Cadillac by selling black people out. But that brother who got his Cadillac off the block, shit, when the looting starts, he gonna be looting so fast, trying to get so much in that Cadillac to take home to keep that Cadillac. You got to understand these brothers and understand how to deal with them, and this is what Huey understood. When we went on the Capitol, the man called the brothers and the Black Panther Party a bunch of hoodlums and a bunch of thugs. We got back home, and the brother said, you niggas some out-of-sight thugs. And all it was the cat same partners off the block. It's been called thugs for 400 years. The brothers don't give a damn about being called a thug and a hoodlum. Because the brother been called a thug, a hoodlum, apathetic, a nigger, and a fool for 400 years. All the brother wants to know, how can he get the land and the bread? France for known. How can he get the land and the bread? France for known. How can he get the land and the bread? France for known, and the wretched of the earth. So to begin to deal with the genesis of a revolution, the meaning of a revolution, it starts with the basic political desires and needs of the people. The basic political desires and needs of black people are outlined in the Black Panther Party program. They are outlined. It's a basic, simple outline. The brother can take that basic outline of that program and gross it together and say, well, I want this, and this. And that's it. I got my shit. Patty, you're a racist son of a gun. If you don't give it to me, I'm gonna take it with my gun. Basically, this is a summation the brother makes. But that is what the brother wants, a program to deal with, to be able to deal with the system. Now, understanding the Black Panther Party and the Black Panther Party program, one has to understand that the vanguard goes forth, not to tell the people to do something that the vanguard won't do. So when we're patrolling the cops, we ran out there with the brothers. The party is out there with the brothers. The party goes out there to do what it tells the people is necessary to do. If it's necessary to off one of these pigs for brutalizing us, off him. If it's necessary to stop some racist who's going to come down here and kill us and murder us, and it's necessary to kill him, kill him. White people, you liberals are like this to me, and this is the way I explain it to the black brothers on the block. In school, this is a good analogy for a brother on the block. In school, when there's a little white liberal boy on the campus, the brother walks up with his switchblade. This is what I used to do. I don't know how many of y'all do this now. And I said, say, man, give me your lunch money, I'll cut your guts out. And this little white liberal scared white boy would give me his lunch money. You dig? Next day I'd come back and take the lunch money again. Then I'd come back and take it again. You dig? Then one day I said, look, motherfucker, tomorrow I want you to bring me $2. You hear me? He bring me $2. Here I began to learn what power was all about. Because the pig came to my land, black people's land, the mother country of black people, Africa, took guns, took force, and enslaved us, and took our labor, all the fruits of our labor away from us, took our mothers away from us, took all the justice and the governments we had away from us, took our language and our culture away from us, took our whole means of survival away from us. So when I take $2 from you, pig, don't you say nothing, don't you say nothing. Liberals, you are in this position. I'm telling you that you can jive and go tell the principal that I took your $2. But what you got to understand is that we organizing out there to deal with the principal too. not a scene anymore where the principal, school think he's all right. Then you think you're gonna get protected by him. Liberal, I'm gonna force you to support the black liberation struggle. Like it or not. Black people are going to force you to do this. They are going to force you to do this because it is necessary. You will not sit at any more tables talking about the molecular structure of the racist white wall that black people are chained against. Wondering whether the racist white wall is real or not. Oh, you know, John, this racist white wall these black people are talking about, the atomic structure really says it's really 90% space. Is this wall really real or not? That's patties for you. That's liberal patties for you.